Welcome to Claiming Space, the podcast. I'm Gail Austin, an advocate for caregivers, a dreamer, an iPhone photographer, and a self-confessed museum lover. Oh, and I'm the mother of 2 adult children, one who's disabled, and I am her caregiver. As a caregiver, it took me some time to learn how to carve out space for me and to be okay with claiming my space. But once I did, this simple step allowed me to stay fueled, fulfilled, and replenished. Each week, I will share my stories, my journey, and ways I stay inspired as a caregiver. Join me for shared stories, connections, special guests, and inspiration. The beautiful thing about a memory is when it comes forward, the worry or pain or anxiety you may be feeling in the moment fades away. And just for a moment, a smile forms on your face. Your shoulders release, and that smile spreads throughout your body. You can recall what you were feeling on that day. I have made a conscious choice to share memories with you that fill me with a light because right now we need the light. So, in episode 9, I'm going to share the joy of friendship, of hanging out for the afternoon in LA. You see, you don't need to be wealthy to enjoy cool things in LA. You just need to be creative. You need to own your space. You need to move with confidence, and you need to strike a pose. Join me while I share a story about an afternoon in my backyard, an afternoon in LA. Many of us have some friends that we hang out with, friends that we have wild, crazy, and very memorable adventures that we talk about year after year after year. I'm very blessed to have several friends like that. But my LA adventures really began in 2004 when I started hanging out with 2 women in particular, my friends Barbara and Susan. We did lots of fun things close to home, but day tripping in LA was always magical. This particular story is a time we were celebrating our friend Susan's birthday, and we decided, hey, let's go to Beverly Hills for her birthday and do lunch. You know, ladies who lunch. We're going to lunch at the Polo Lounge in the Beverly Hills Hotel, the big, beautiful pink hotel in Beverly Hills. And that's where we started. We had a fabulous lunch, of course, because we were at the Polo Lounge. And I remember I had a really cool electric blue martini, and it was very, very yummy. And after all that alcohol was consumed and we only had one drink, trust me, I didn't drink and drive. After that, we decided, hey, let's just go down to Rodeo Drive because we're in Beverly Hills and that's what you do. Why not? Um, so, something to know about Rodeo Drive. It's a cool little walking area. You can walk around, but you don't need to have Rodeo Drive money to enjoy walking around Rodeo Drive. And you can window shop. Unlike the movie Pretty Woman, no one is going to stop us from entering a store because we weren't dressed a certain way. We were casually dressed and we fit right in. I think we had champagne at Prada. We walked in, they gave champagne. I think we're doing a lot of drinking, day drinking. Trust me, we're there for hours. It all dissipated by the time we had to drive back. Our friend Barbara took a picture of the Dior window display, which was a Barbie walking into a mini Dior store. And I took a picture of Barbara taking a picture of Barbie. And of course, after that fun moment, right across the street from the Dior store is the Tom Ford Boutique. If you know anything about that history, it's a pretty interesting relationship there. But I decided, because I am totally obsessed with Tom Ford, that we should visit his boutique. And this is where this story is going and where some funny things happened. You see, I'm obsessed with Tom Ford not because I can afford or wear his clothing, because I can't, but because I'm obsessed with his perfume. If you know anything about me, I am the person who never leaves the house without perfume on, and I'm always looking for a good perfume. And many, many years ago, when one of my favorite perfumes was discontinued, I think they just stopped selling it in the States. It was a French perfume. I started to search for a new scent, and that's when I discovered Tom Ford's Black Orchid. And my life has never been the same because now all I wear is Tom Ford perfume. I've worn many of his blends, but my absolute favorite was Noir. But sadly, they stopped making it, and I'm currently on a mission to find a substitute for that timeless scent that just totally aligned with my body. Of course, the new scent will still be in the Tom Ford perfume family because I have tried different perfumes and nothing feels the same for me except the way they blend their scents there. But this particular story happens when Nora is still in the stratosphere of my perfume world. And so I just wanted to get some samples. And the reason I wanted to visit the boutique was not only to look at the perfume display, was to sample anything new because he was always bringing out new scents. And I was like, oh, I want to smell that. The Tom Ford boutique has two main floors, a men's fashion and a perfume counter on the first floor, and a women's fashion and makeup counter on the second floor. We decided to check out the second floor first before indulging in my perfume obsession because, trust me, I think we would have just stayed at that perfume counter and never looked beyond it. At least I would have. My friends would have went off and done their thing. To get to the second floor, you have to take a glass elevator. And you find yourself while you're in that glass elevator adjusting your outfit to make sure everything was in place before you leave the elevator. All that glass can be a little bit intimidating. Now, here's the cool, fun, always happens to us part. Whenever we have these adventures with our friend Barbara, two things happen. We either have a celebrity sighting or we get free things. In this case, no celebrity sightings, but we did get some serious free things. As we chatted up the attendant, we briefly mentioned we came to check out the perfume. And he said, wait here, I'll bring you a few samples. And typically, you always get one or two small samples each. You can slip them in your purse. He brought back all types of samples. I mean, a bag of samples. We had so many samples because the ladies aren't obsessed with Tom like I am. They gave them to me. So I had enough samples to last for almost 6 months. It was crazy. Back in the elevator after our perfume windfall, I captured a cool pic of us striking a pose in the glass elevator, which is one of the pics I've shared with this episode. When we went downstairs, we stopped at the perfume counter and we had a lesson on perfume blending. At the time, I did not blend my perfume. I just wore whatever I was wearing. But now this is a technique I do frequently. I layer different things. As we were spritzing scent on cards and wafting them in the air so we could smell them, one of the attendants said, you can layer the scent. And I was like, what do you mean? And the layering lesson began. You can layer a scent, spritz it, and then layer on top of that a scent B. Let them blend in with each other. And then you have a whole new fragrance. It can tone down or brighten up whatever you have on. It's a wonderful way to blend your perfumes and stretch them out. My mind at that point was open to perfume possibilities. So if you're a perfume person and you love the different blending, try it. You'll love it. The other cool thing about Tom Ford perfume, even though some of it's marketed for men or for women, it's rather androgynous. His perfumes can be worn by a woman or a man. And not every perfume works or smells the same on each person. All about your natural chemistry with that perfume. And again, I wear it every day. So I'm always trying something new. Whenever I'm wearing it, people ask me what I'm wearing. And I truly have to pause for a moment and remember which one did I spritz on my arm today? Like to think about it. Like I said, I do not leave the house without perfume. It's the thing I don't leave the house without. Perfume is my ultimate accessory. Again, we left with a bag full of samples and memories of posing in a glass elevator. There are so many fun adventures I could share that the three of us have done, from hanging out, live music, seeing celebrity sightings, and as we're having a cocktail, museum exhibits. fun meals. But I think the best part is us just having fun and enjoying each other's company. Over the years, our group of 3 has grown into a group of 5 and then a group of 6. We celebrate birthdays and other milestones in our lives. We are there for the highs and the lows, like any friendship. And there's times when we can't be there every day, but we have a crazy group chat that keeps us informed. And a big thank you to whoever came up with the group chat concept because it's a perfect way to stay connected. In Southern California, we are blessed to live in an area with so many options. I encourage you to find your local treasures and explore your neighborhoods. Find your tribe, nurture your friendships, and appreciate them. Love on them. Show them how much they mean to you. You may not see each other every day. Time moves on. A month may go by or 2 months. But when you're together, it's like no time has passed. Make memories, lovely, wonderful memories that whenever you think about them, you still smile and you still remember the craziness of that moment. Oh, and don't forget to strike a pose. Thank you for listening to this episode, and please share this link with your friends. Rate the podcast and follow me on Instagram. And coming soon, we'll have the Claiming Space community on Patreon. The Claiming Space movement is here to support and provide a safe community where caregivers are acknowledged and seen. Enjoy the rest of your day.